we're talking about sole proprietors. The designation also applies to independent contractors. So it's what I'm saying here is, for simplicity purposes, if you are starting a business, the most simple legal entity to use is that of the sole proprietor. And I was telling you that I had established sole proprietor groups in Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, and Dayton, and that was an opportunity for small business owners, not necessarily startups. There were some startups in the group, but small business owners sitting down together once a month. In this case, it was at lunchtime, and we discussed, and I facilitated the discussions of things that were of common interest, common challenges to all of us who were sitting in the room as sole proprietors, small business owners. Okay. Let's move on to talk about students of entrepreneurship and how important they are to the process of starting a business and the future of entrepreneurship in this country. I've had an opportunity over the years, and most recently, to work with elementary school students, to work with high school students, and to work with college and university students whose interest or purpose, certainly at the college level, but at the high school and grade school level, elementary school level, the purpose of having the interest of entrepreneurship or business. And it's time that I want to give that I know is going to be time well spent, because the students of entrepreneurship are the future of entrepreneurship and new business in this country. When we're growing up, most of us have had some type of business that we had, even as youngsters, to earn some extra money, to pad any allowance. I don't even know where allowances are today. I got a very meager allowance when I was growing up. I don't know if parents still give their children allowances, but at any rate, most of us had businesses that we started, and I guess the most popular business was a lemonade stand, because in the summertime you had opportunities to sell a lot of lemonade. So the spirit of entrepreneurship can start very early, and often does start very early in your life. Sometimes that bug, that spirit continues, and sometimes it doesn't. I suppose it all depends on the experience that you had with your lemonade stand, or whatever it might be. I had lemonade stands. My brother was the main entrepreneur for a business that we had in our garage, and went out to our backyard. Inside the garage, we showed movies. Outside, we sold food and had lemonade, and even had a miniature golf course in our backyard. We had quite an operation going. I was born into a family where entrepreneurship and small business was a very important part. My grandfather and my father were both businessmen, hardworking, and I had the opportunity to work with both of them in their businesses as I was growing up. In a very minor way with my grandfather, in a more major way with my father. And in fact, I was with my father when I was a senior in high school when he actually bought a business. And it was the first business that he ever bought. He started a couple, but it was the first one he ever bought. And I was very fortunate to be able to sit down with him and the individuals representing the business that he actually bought. So I learned a lot about small business fairly early, formal small business, fairly early in my life. Interesting enough, the business that I watched my father buy, I ended up buying 7 years after that. I ended up buying it from my mother. And so I was very, very fortunate very early in my life to get